What is the most beautiful city that you've been to? Is it Amsterdam or is it Paris? Hello guys and welcome to Luxaryio, where you get to see the most beautiful cities in the world and what makes them so charming and attractive. Cities are enjoyable, gorgeous and full of history. Many of these cities have a fascinating historical history that has led to their development and a substantial number of tourists that visit each year. Many have established their own distinct aesthetics and culture, which pull people in on a daily basis. And like the people who live in them, each has its own peculiar and particular personality, charm, photo-worthy moments, and reasons to pay them a visit. So ranking cities and what they offer may appear to be an important task, as we all have our particular favorites. Some cities, however, are so stunningly lovely that they should be on everyone's bucket list. So stay tuned while we show you the top 10 most beautiful cities in the world. Before we continue, kindly subscribe to our channel and click on the notification bell to get updates on more videos like this from us. So without further delay, let's get right in. Number 10. Bergen, Norway. Starting with Bergen, one of Norway's most photographed cities, and of course one of the most beautiful places on the planet, its old quarter, Bryggen, which was originally occupied by the Hanseatica League, is the city's colorful houses postcard. It is nestled between 7 hills, some of which are rumored to be home to the town's famous trolls. It's also the starting point for exploring the Norwegian fjords. As a result, it is unsurprising that it is one of the most important locations for contemplating this natural wonder. In recent years, Bergen has attracted visitors from all around Norway, including Oslo, Norway's diverse capital. The funicular to Mount Flynn's pinnacle will give you the ideal opportunity to soak up this incredibly magnificent city. Furthermore, it's a low-rise urban plan. Vegetation and copper-domed churches are a benefit for those seeking a more tranquil urban refuge. Number 9. St. Petersburg, Russia. St. Petersburg Universal Communication Line, which focuses on its most contemporary premise, is the city's liveliest neighborhood, where life is everything from static. Due to its canals and more than 300 bridges, Russia is known as the Venice of the North, and it pampers the flamboyant palaces left behind from the Tsar's empire. St. Petersburg architecture makes it one of the most attractive cities in the world, but there's a lot more to it than that. This former Russian capital, whose streets and squares witnessed some of the bloodiest chapters of its history, is now an open-air museum buried by snow during the winter months. The vibrant colors of the cathedrals, castles, and structures stand out on their own. The Hermitage Museum displays some of the world's best works of art and allows tourists to tour some of the rooms of the Romanov dynasty. Number 8. Kyoto, Japan. In Kyoto, time seems to have stopped. This old Japanese capital combines the charm of a traditional city where residents still wear kimonos with some modern neighborhoods. It's one of the few Japanese cities that was not bombed during World War II. Therefore, its architecture and heritage are largely intact. Kyoto, located on the island of Honshu, is considered Japan's cultural and film center. More than 1,600 Buddhist temples, 400 Shinto shrines, old royal residences, film studios, and over 200 gardens are regarded as the most beautiful in this country due to the diversity of its flora found here. This ancient Japanese metropolis exudes a sense of the past. Kyoto, one of the country's best preserved historic cities, will present you with hundreds of years of Japanese history and nature. Kyoto natural magnificent is fascinating, from the natural splendor of its Arashiyama district, through which the peaceful Honzu River flows, which is heavy with cherry blossom in March and April, to the 1,000 red torii gates of the renowned Fushimi Inari Shrine, the tiered red castle of Nijo, and the city's carefully planned landscape, that is a dry landscape gardens, will definitely provide visitors with peace and beauty. Number 7. Amsterdam, Netherlands. Thousands of old brick buildings line the main canals of the Dutch city, providing an artistic homogeneity that houses monuments, residential apartments, restaurants, trendy cafes, and even brothels. This is without a doubt one of the world's most lovely and stylish cities. A stunning latticework of romantic bridges and canals, picturesque cobbled streets, astonishingly elegant architecture, and bikes, plenty of bikes. Every one of the thousands of buildings that line Amsterdam's principal canals is a landmark, lovingly preserved as apartments, offices, cafes, restaurants, and even brothels. They constitute an aesthetic homogeneity that makes the city one of the most appealing in the world. A breathtaking location of bridges and bikes across canals, picturesque cobbled streets, and elegant buildings. Between admiring the city's canals and distinctive tulips, visitors should pay a visit to the Anne Frank House and the Van Gogh Museum. What exactly is in a canal? It does, however, contribute to the visual splendor of the city. It also has a vintage aura that appeals to the amorous senses. Anyone who visits the wonderful city will receive that impression. The small buildings with gabled facades that border the city's complex canal system are a sight to behold. Number 6. Rome, Italy. Rome is a treasure trove of historic structures influenced by huge Roman architecture, set among some of the world's most beautiful squares and avenues on 7 hills overlooking the Tiber River. Of course, everyone visits the Eternal City to see the iconic landmarks and must-see attractions such as the Vatican City and St. Peter's Basilica, the Colosseum, and adjacent Roman Forum, and Piazza Navona, and the nearby Trevi Fountain. Because everyone comes to Rome to see the monuments, the city's gorgeous alleys, such as those in the Trastevere neighborhood, are generally overlooked. These streets are packed with charming alleyways, faded palazzi, and lovely residences covered with flower boxes. It's on streets like these that Rome demonstrates its timeless nature. Number 5. San Francisco, California. San Francisco is world-renowned for its beauty and, in particular, the daring spirit that has helped shape the city into what it is today. That attitude can be found in the vast number of wonderful eateries, cafes, stores, galleries, and other attractions, ranging from the iconic Golden Gate and the rolling cable cars to the infamous Alcatraz. The Golden Gate Bridge, one of the modern world's 7 wonders, is best appreciated by walking or riding the 1.7-mile span that connects to the city to the marine headlands. You will not only have a spectacular view of San Francisco's skyline, but also of the soaring 746 towers and the glittering expanse of the Pacific. Whether the sun is blazing or the bridge is shrouded in mist, it is undeniably one of the most stunning vistas on the planet. Hike Mount Sutro Forest or take a stroll around Golden Gate Park for even more breathtaking views. Number 4. Cape Town, South Africa. Cape Town is one of Africa's most multicultural cities and ranks 4th among the world's 10 most attractive cities. Its greatest draw is the vibrant hue of its lovely buildings, and it's like its surroundings are made up of almost virgin nature. Large hills and extensive greenery can be found, as well as crystal clear ocean beaches with penguin colonies, Simonstown, and a seal island, Hout Bay. Some of the top vineyards in the country are also very near to the city. Cape Town is one of the most striking and exciting urban places in the world, especially at the green lungs of the Kristen Bosch Botanical Gardens. It was also named a World Design Capital in 2014, highlighting its meticulous combination of natural beauty and human ingenuity. With some of the world's most incredible beaches, jaw-dropping beautiful mountains, rolling hills of vineyards, and breathtaking drives to choose from, it's difficult to imagine a more picture-perfect city destination than South Africa's mother city. Number 3. Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada. In this seaside city where the ocean meets soaring mountains, one can enjoy world-class shopping, galleries, restaurants, and vibrant pubs 1 minute and be in a remote wilderness area the next, participating in outdoor adventures. Vancouver, located between the coast mountains and the Pacific, is widely regarded as one of the most beautiful cities on the planet. Its breathtaking scenery provides a natural playground where guests can bathe in the water, ride through gorgeous parks, and ski down the slopes all on the day. Begin your tour at Vancouver Lookout, which is located over 550 feet above Harbor Center and provides a breathtaking bird's-eye view of the city, the glistening harbor waters, and Stanley Park. After that, walk, jog, or bike the 5.5-mile-long seawall that hugs the waterfront, taking in amazing views of the Lions Gate Bridge, Burrard Inlet, the North Shore Mountains, and downtown Vancouver, as well as landmarks like the 32-million-year-old Siwash Rock that rises from the water and the girl in a wetsuit, a modern-day mermaid sculpture. Number 2. Venice, Italy. The metropolis of the Channels is made up of over 100 tiny islands connected by over 400 bridges. Each building is a work of art, and its beauty is amplified when reflected in the city's canals. At first glance, its enchanting scenery is captivating and breathtaking, giving the sense of entering the setting of a real-life fairy tale. Its principal allure stems from the fact that it is a pedestrian city, with only the boats that cross its channel permitted. This is why Venice is known as one of the most charming and unique towns of Europe. Several artists have left their imprints on it. This lovely floating city, with its exquisite buildings built entirely on the water and cars substituted by gondolas, antique boats, is a favorite of couples seeking romance, painters, photographers, and others. Its layout forces one to explore it leisurely by water and on foot, becoming lost in a maze and witnessing timeless sceneries such as a miniature rowboats tied up in front of vividly colored facades as artists sit and paint in open spaces. In fact, There's an unwritten law that states you're not doing it right if you don't get lost. Number 1. Paris, France. Paris is the capital of France. It's known as the City of Light and the capital of fashion, and it is home to many prominent companies, artists, chefs, and socialites. It's given the title of the most beautiful city in the world. The Eiffel Tower and romance come to mind when you think of Paris. The city of love, Paris, is famed for its beautiful classic architecture, fashion sense, arts, and history, and French cuisine. Paris, behind Tokyo, has the world's second highest number of Michelin-starred restaurants. The City of Light has inspired not only painters, sculptors, writers, poets, and composers, but also virtually every major international capital, with each city claiming its own Champs-Élysées. It's easy to understand why so many people fall in love with Paris when they cruise down the Seine or watch the world go by from a cafe terrace. Sit at an outside cafe table or take a Seine boat cruise to see it all flash before your eyes. Hope you were able to fill your eyes with the beauty, aesthetics, attractiveness, and flowery nature of these cities all over the world. We've got more videos like this, so make sure to subscribe to our channel and click the notification bell so you don't miss out. Thanks for watching, and until next time.